Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I will go into the learning Golang structure only with the AI and with my experience. My name is Mobin Shatorian and I am a senior software development. So we are going to the using fin.com. It is one of the interesting AI generating Golang. So I write a prompt. I want to make a simple Golang project with the best practice structure. Make simple CRUD with only health checker. You know, in the first part, we want to only make the health checker and define the project. Okay, as you can hear, we have a very simple structure here. So I decided to make the structure as in the diagram. So I make the internal folder and then make model, service, and repository. Okay, next down to the first level. The first step is related to the reading whatever AI wrote for us. Okay, I want to write another prompt. In this example, we don't need user endpoint and we just or any databases. We want only make the structure. So, but the prompt is so simple. I need something sophisticated. It's related to the make curve with the best detail. So I write another prompt and it's related to the make curve with the best practice structure and using the gene library for the routers. So in this type of the structure, we have the internal model services and also the gene structure. So as the AI wrote of whatever they want, we have to read it and understand deeply what they said. So let's practice it and use it in their code. In the first step, it is mandatory to install the Golang on your computers and make the structure or even make your folder. Sometimes you need to make whatever they said, but it is so important to understand whatever the AI says not correctly, and you have to practice and use it, or even some test cases for them, or analyzing all the AI said. So in the first step, I'm using many different parts. Internal, it's such as services, repositories, and models. And I have a command for the main one. So it doesn't have the router folder, and I prefer to have the router folder to manipulate the routers too. So in the internal folder, I added the routers and also the routes. It's related to the path of the or endpoints. And it is the first one is related to the health check, that whatever the Kubernetes or other services can all the service, and we understand its work carefully. So whatever you hear is related to the gene library, and it is very one of the good example about the gene. So I made the router.code and just copy, nothing special, just copy. And then I need to download the GitHub gene libraries. And in the first step, I just need the API endpoint for the health check. Go mod tidy it's mean that clean the repository and then download the gene library. As you can hear, the github.com gene gonic/gene will be downloaded in a few seconds. Okay, and in the next step, I have to make the routers related to the health routers and make it for it. And as you can see here, when gene downloaded, this is not the red warning will appear. So I write another prompt and I ask to the AI to make the fx for me. It means that instead of using the dependency injection or very complex codes, it's only use the overfx. It is one of the popular libraries to handle the dependency injection, and it is so useful. So then I just copy it in my main function, but as you can see here, it is not working properly because I have to change some of them. The first one is related to the change my repository. My repository name is Golang _CRUD, and I have to change it. and in future I will work it with them more than you think. You know, I have to make the main, and in my main folder, in my main file, I have to create, define all the models, repositories, routers, and services. So it is mandatory to make the fx file, and it is very useful. You know, so I just use the important part of the code and clean all the unnecessary parts. In the future, you will see that I will change it many different times because the main file is not prepared yet. So let's fix this problem, and just I read this app.started and I found that okay, I'm missing something. Return nil is not correct here, and I will fix it in a few minutes. And also I have to know it's related to the app.start. It's mandatory to send the context to the start component for the application. We are going to serve the HTTP server on the port 3000. So in this part I change only, I'm trying to run the main.go in the cmd/main.go, and we understand it's only after 1 second our application will be terminated and it's not working properly. We have to change our code. It is not working good enough. So let's jump to the another steps. As you can see, using simple code in the AI is not working, and we have to fix all of this problem and understand deeply about the problem. So I'm trying to understand why this part is not working properly. And I wrote, okay, I asked the AI, it's not working at all, and it has a problem yet. As you can see here, it's offer another way instead of the previous code. It's related to the context with the timeouts and serve in another file. It means that I want to the independent file for the serve. So I added a new file here. The name is serve. And in the server, I'm corrected. In the server, I define a new configuration that's read from the configs. So all these things will be read from the YAML file. And on the other hand, I put the server file Golang for putting the server in another file, and it's related to the serve or HTTP client service. It is a simple request and response server that we can serve on a Golang. So in the next part, this code has a problem. I still have a problem because after a few seconds, our code will be eliminated. In this part, I changed the module to the github.com and get my full address from my GitHub repository. Some code using this kind of conversation because whenever you download the code, it's working properly. And then I still using the Go mod tidy. I hope that it will be okay. I check on my internet. Is it correct? Can I download all the file or not? And I found that, okay, it is working. But this file does not exist. Internal routes and another one. So let's come back to the thing and find the problem. After I investigated on the problem, I found that, okay, the path is not correct well, and I have to give it the correct folder inside the internal. I have to make the several one. So let's jump to the another part. Still we have a problem, user.go, and I have copy. It is not it is only the function that I use for serve the user.go, and still trying to fix all of this problem. And I have made the models and repository for it. Okay, let's jump to the another part. I still have a problem, and I thinking about how can I solve this problem. And I added the repository folder and I decided to add the user repository folder inside it, inside exactly the internal one. Still, you can see a lot of bugs in our code, and I'm trying to solve all of this problem. So, okay. The code related to the user one, and it's related to the crowd. Insert, update, delete the user. This is one of my interesting repository usage and then storage, but the AI recommended another type of the systems. And after 5 minutes, I understand, okay, it is not a good one. I have to switch back to the whatever the AI said, because in this tutorial, I want to solve based on the AI one. And as you can hear, it has interfaces for many different implemented of this code. But when I have only one methods or one implement of something, I don't need the interface. And it's just related to have the only concrete data from the user repository. So I don't like it at all. And I'm trying to fix it, but I prefer to using the AI to solve all of this problem. I came back again to the AI to find the solution for this problem, and reading another one, the codes, and understand deeply about the code. But what I have found is nothing. I'm trying to find a better way to implement the users because it's not working, and it is not good at all. So using the model one, I find it finally to use the model, and it's only about related to the models. So I found another problem is related to the get all the users. So because it has a interface and I don't want the interface. So define user service without interface. And it's understanding deeply because it will be the AI remove the interfaces and use the concrete form, and I need the concrete form. In this tutorial, we don't have any databases, any business layer. We just focus on define the structure of our Golang project with the AI and nothing more. And it's so important to understand deeply what I have done in this step. So I'm using GoMod tidy, and now, yes, we have a clean code without any bugs. And still, we have the first problem. It's related to the main one because it's not working properly. And after 1 second, it will terminate it. And I don't like it. We have to have a service for a long time. And whenever the client can send the request to our server. So let's fix this problem. Sometimes AI made a mistake. Instead of writing repository, it said services, and we have to fix it. Okay, I'm trying to fix this part. Start the server. Return server.starter is undefined, or it's not defined in our code. So AI trying to make it again, and it's unfair to the new service. And we are going to make it, to the set up the services with the function. The new one is related to what is the function? A start server, and we replace it with the previous one. So is it the problem solved? No, we have a config file and it doesn't exist. So I made the config file again. And now we are going to make the main file, and still we have the problem, and problem doesn't solve yet. So I'm trying to solve again and again and again. This is the fact that you can build the application many time trying, many time trying. This is only way. Okay, I'm going to ask the AI. The config file didn't exist, or doesn't exist, and we need it. We need the config file. Would you please make it for us? And it's offer the config file, and we can use it. Okay, we just replaced it with the config file, and we need the config.yaml file. It is mandatory because it should be read from the config file to run the program. You know, as you can see, the ports, time, and the hosts. We need all of these things. And also, we need the setup file to replace with the code. So what is the problem? Still, we have another problem. It's related to the define the server. So it doesn't define. Okay. No, where is the server? I'm still searching for the server structure. It doesn't exist. Okay, in the main, I will change for many different millions of the time, and it's not working at all because it is not a way. I have to fix it with another way. So, at first, we have to fix the tiny problem. Server type doesn't exist. Please help us. Okay, and for a million times, we ask the AI to build us for the server part. And look at here. It is whatever we want. The final structure. I think that it will work. Yes, it will work. So we are here and still we have a problem. It's related to the references because the config will be changed and we have to change the folder from them. Okay. Everything all right. Repository and then load file. What is the problem? Where is it? Where is the server? The load file doesn't exist. Okay, and if we sell that, it's here. We have the file here. It's read from the file in our program. We just add it into the config file. Yes, everything will be okay. And we need to go tidy because yam.version 2 is not working properly and we have to download it again. So the main is still have a problem and we are going back to the first problem. In the main function, the function app start is not working properly. What should I do? Okay, we ask again from the AI and AI told us related to the you have to change your opportunity with another way. This is a very common way to make the signal channel. This is one of the important part of the Golang application. And when we want to give the signal, the sign out from our application, and in our channel we handle it. So I'm going to the DeepSeek. I opened the DeepSeek to asking more about that because I think that this code is not working properly. Okay, I added the context.background for pass to the app.start, but app.stop is not working properly because I have to run it in a Golang or something like that else. It is not working properly. So as you can see here, it's wrote open config.lam is not finding, and I thinking why is not working because no such file or directory. And as you can see here, we have a folder config and config.yaml, and I missed the A word, so I fix it. Another time I'm going to run it again for solve the problem and Golang stop immediately in this part. I ask the AI directly my question. How can I solve it? For millions of the time. Okay, as you can hear, we have the go function. Yes. We have the go function to solve the problem. As you can see, the app start will be going, but in exactly the go function, waiting for the signal for the exit one. So I need to check my code. Remember, when you write the code and everything will be clear, you have to check it. And we are going to check the health file. The health file is not nothing. Just say that, okay, it is working. Status okay. And so I wrote it in a README file because it is so important, because I want to everyone know how can run this application. In the next part, we don't have any databases, Docker file or anything. We have only the service name, nothing else. Okay? We don't have any logic here. I just want to check it again. So let's find the curl one for the user. But I found that it's not working properly. And I forgot to add the user part. So I ask it again. In a Golang simple project, write user routers for this file. Okay. It will show analyze the code, but the code is not good enough. But I found something here. User router R group / API. Maybe it will work us, maybe not. We have to check it again and again and again. So I'm trying to use this part of the code. Let's check it. It's not working. It is not working. This is not an answer. We are going to try again, but in this part we don't need any authentication or something like that. We're just trying to define the structure, and our purpose is related to the define the structure. So we're back and trying another way. So what is the solution? We have to search it on Google and find the solutions. Okay. The solution is we have the user router that go and copy paste only this func and fix the libraries. Okay. As you can see here, we have a two endpoint. One of them is a slash, another one is nothing. All of them is related to the user repository. Let's check it again. We have to run the program again. So I use the Ctrl+C and then go run main and then curl the project, and yes, we send it and get, but we have to share that it is work properly. Is everything all right? So what is the logic? Added the logs to understand the result. This is one of the way to understand is it properly or not. So we added only the logs, nothing special. We don't store anything. We just want to make the structure of project. And we use the curl. And look at here. We use the curl, run it again, and yes, this is our solution. Thank you for watching this video. And as you know, all of this code is related to my GitHub, and you can download it and use it. This is the end of the video. I push it on my GitHub account. You can download it and use it and use the AI. So let's go to our code. Yes, this